Right hand drive is the correct hand drive. You should be always steering with your dominant hand. Left hand can do stuff like change gears and pull the handbrake. So when Razor imported these, they're obviously made for the American market. They've got the handbrake on the incorrect side, so this is going to show you how to swap it over. While it's apart, we also have to fix this and this. So that's new tube and adjust the head bearings. So thankfully the bearings is as easy as removing the steering wheel. Razor actually used the standard push bike stem on this, so this steering wheel would bolt straight onto your push bike instead of handlebars if you wanted to. We can see the play in this now. All we have to do is crack the top nut. If you want to adjust it there, you just tighten the bottom nut until there's no play left, but I'm going to remove it completely and put some new grease in it. Bad news, turns out whoever assembled this has put it together wrong and it's crushed the bearing cage. That's why it had so much play in it. Luckily, I have a spare front end here and we'll seal the bearings out of this, put some grease in here and then put in our new stolen bearings. With the nut done up loosely, we have play in the stem still. So all we do is get the spanner, we tighten down the bottom nut. We want it done up the loosest possible where there's no play in the bearing. So I can still feel a tiny bit in it, so I'll give it a tiny bit more. Now, it feels solid, there's no play in it, and it still spins freely. We can chuck the lock nut back on top, tighten that down and that shouldn't be moving anywhere. Put the steering wheel back on, chuck a new tube in it, and then we're ready to start looking at the right-hand drive conversion. Tube swap is straightforward. Thankfully, I can fix, when the last person put it together, another thing they did, they put the valve on this side, and I've just noticed they haven't actually done these, oh wow, they're finger tight. So yeah, I don't know if I'd want the person to put this together working on any of my stuff, but we can swap the valve over while we're at it. This bracket is to hold a guard to stop kids getting their fingers in there, but I reckon it's natural selection, so goodbye. Wow, look what they did to the screws that hold the sprocket on. I highly recommend one of these Barco adjustable spanners. This jaw comes out and flips around to a toothed side, and the toothed side is really good at biting onto rounded screws and stuff. So thankfully this is a split rim, which means the rim comes in half. Good thinking on Razor's behalf because it means your average person at home can change the tyre themselves without levers, but it doesn't stop them putting the tube in the wrong way around or stripping out the screws for this, but I digress. As well as this being in backwards, it's got a patch on it. Someone's definitely been in here before. This is a new tube and tyre that I bought like 3 years ago, so hopefully it is actually correct. Put the valve on the non-sprocket side this time. I should replace these screws, but I don't have any the right size. This chain also really needs some grease on it. So, onto the right-hand drive conversion. All the handbrake on these does is adjust the angle the cast wheels sit at. This Series 2 version, the cast wheels in the original one are in here. In the Series 2, they're out wider. These are more stable. This mechanism here is a lot flimsier. I would like to upgrade it in the future. I've also got some power upgrades and stuff. So make sure you subscribe to see that stuff when I put it up. I'm aiming for 10,000 subscribers and I'm doing a video every Friday until I get there. So big thanks if you can help me out for that. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you get the bell on, and I've got to get this bike grip off to get it through the hole. If you've got compressed air, the easiest way to remove these is the hole in the end. Easy. You want to cut it as close to the end as possible so we can reuse this tube. If you're going for an extra handle, it didn't matter, but I want to reuse this one, so we'll cut it off as flush as we can. Once that's done, we can clean off the paint for the next section we have to weld to. While I've got the grinder out, I'm also grinding this into a notch, so it's a nice fit back on this piece for the weld. So what we've got now is this side where the handle came through. This side's blank. I'm going to trace this out on a piece of paper and transfer it to the other side. So with this piece now traced out and cut out, we can transfer it over to the other side for the mirror image. We line these two holes up with the original mount holes, and then we'll trace this out and cut it. I've taken the seat off for some more working room. You can see our pattern we're cutting. The best trick for cutting out oval shapes like this. So unfortunately my hole saw is kind of crap, so it kind of chews more than drills. But basically we drill the two holes next to each other to cover the end radiuses. We use the grinder to take these edges off, then we have a nice round hole, and then we'll drill the two last ones. So we're a little oversized thanks to my wonky hole saw. We'll bolt the bottom bar back on and work out where we finally have to weld the handle. Once it's bolted back on, put the wheels on, make sure it's sitting in the fully down position, and then just hold the handle in the place where we want it. Now is the time to choose if we wanted a different angle, tack it into place, and then we're pretty much ready to go. That's all welded solid now. You could paint it if you want to, but I've got to paint this whole thing a different colour, so I'll leave it for now, but we'll reassemble it. Now if you were worried you could bolt a little plate over this using the holes, but ta-da! Looks factory. Let's give it a test ride. So Nick's here now, he's going to ride the other one. You can see the difference between the Series 2 and the Series 1. Series 1, the batteries are behind the seat, and the Series 2, they're under the steering. So the seat is way further back, making the Series 2 ones a lot more tall person friendly.
Because I'm tall. Feels like real drifting. freaking power jack.
This thing goes fast.
They feel like they go really fast. They don't when you look at them from the outside.
What? No! And you can spin it.
Yeah.
Whoa, almost flipped.